Bonjour, mes amis. Right, I've sent a link to Rory and Bubbles. Joe, are you there? Can you hear me? There's loads of question everything. So I can't remember where I sent it to you the other day. Oh. There is a whole list of question everythings. Or maybe if Bubbles gets here, he can put it in the link kindly for me. I don't even know if you can hear me. I hope you can. Move this over. Move this over here. This one back over. Okay. Just give me one more minute. Okay, it's not working. Hope everyone's all right. Bubbles and Rory and Joe. I think someone's gone. That's all right. I'm just chilling out for a little while. See how it goes. If someone wants to jump in and join in, we'll have a little chat about some things. Just familiarising myself with being in front of the camera. Don't like to hear myself babble. So if I want to hear myself babble less, I have to do this more often. So we'll see how it goes. Don't really need to see that. I might send Jamie an invite and see if he wants to come on and chat a bit more, because I haven't yet listened to his hangout the other day. I will listen to that one definitely at some point soon. I think it's all just running a bit slow. Come on. It's buffering. I'm waiting for something. Sorry. Bubbles, did you get that invite? Or Rory, if you're still there? Can you hear that? I muted the TV, but my controller's still making noises. That's not working. Let's try again. Oh yeah, so have you all heard about Kyrie Irving yet? There was loads of that around yesterday. Basketball player who's now talking about flat Earth. I don't know if else about him or the situation than that really. Goes out there though. I was wondering, did you guys stick around for the Flat Earth Crush? I have to be honest and say I sort of skipped through the first hour, listening to Lindsay. I do like listening to Lindsay Palmer. Oh, and Rory, if you're there, that was. Oh, thank you for the little compliments on the video. But that part aside, that was such a good video. It was to the point. Do you understand? And for I was just know what you're talking about. You know, it was very poignant. Thank you, fella. I think it meant a lot to everyone in this area, in this little corner, if that makes sense. Oh yeah. Also, I don't know. You probably haven't. The Channel 4 News. Do you know? Let me just get rid of this. Come back to here. He said he did a short video the other day, and apparently NASA found a a comet 5 times the size of the sun. Anybody heard that one? 5 times the size of the sun. How very bizarre all this stuff is. Why don't they put a little invite by the side of the people's names with those 3 little pips? That'd help, wouldn't it? Hey Bubbles, did you get the invite? I sent you an invite. Might not got there yet. I'll send another one in a minute. And Joe, you going to try and pop one to Dell's tonight? I don't know if I'll be able to, but it'd be nice to hear you again. I went 3 videos. Am I right in guessing you've deleted 2? I'm sure you had 8 when I first went to your channel. It seems you have 6. Or is that just ScrewTube mucking around with things? I'll come in. Yeah, I'll try and do it. I'll try and do it again. Question everything, but oh, there's a whole bunch of question everythings, and I can't remember where I sent it the other day. And I think
I found him.
Did you go to the other Richard French?
There's about 50.
Oh no! I thought so many times I'm gonna have to change my name, but
no avatars on them, so I couldn't. I had no idea.
I still haven't worked out how to do that yet. Is he there? There we go.
Hey, there he is. Bonjour.
I think I'm just on camera.
Comment ça va?
Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Ça va bien?
Et toi?
Ah, très bon.
No, don't tell me that's the topic is friendly hangout. No?
I listened to a little bit of your one the other day, and I could catch little bits and pieces. Couldn't quite connect the conversation. So,
but I made it at the wrong time because maybe it was too early for the English people to come to join us in the afternoon. So the next time I'm gonna organize some that is gonna be in the evening.
yeah.
Next
time you do a hangout, it'll be the evening, yeah.
Yeah. For the English people, all the French people, there's not a problem if I do it in the afternoon.
Yeah, I was going to come back and sorry, Rich.
Do you know? No, that's fine.
I was going to jump in the hangout, but I went out and then got sidetracked. Is that Mrs. Bubbles?
She's talking there, yeah. But she's on the back side, in the back room.
Bonjour.
Guten Tag.
Guten Hagen.
Oh, she's busy on her computer watching some of this.
Can one of you two send Joe a link for me, please? I can't seem to find him today.
Oh dear. As long as I don't.
Okay, I gotta do that. I clicked the link from this room, and I turned back where we were 5 minutes ago in the chat room from the call. So Joe, Click on that.
Hold on. Oh yeah, that's the link. It's just come up.
Yeah, that's the link.
Yes.
The old one.
It gets so complicated.
It's not complicated when you know what you have to do.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
is true. Here he is.
Hey, hi, Joe.
Hello.
How are you, mate? All right?
Oh, we got there in the end.
Yeah.
Richard
I didn't
squatted
realise
back.
there's loads of channels called Question Everything as well.
Eh?
There's a lot of channels Question Everything.
I know, it's impossible to have something unique.
How are you, mate? Oh, his camera's working today.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, how's your boy?
He's much better, thank you. It was he had an inflamed lower abdomen.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. He's had his appendix out before, so we knew it weren't that. I'm gonna have to close this down. But they do say that people get it confused with appendicitis because the pain it causes for a short period of time. But yeah, he had a fever, but because he's quite a tall lad now. He's only 12, but he's quite tall. The medicine we was giving him weren't strong enough, so we went to the doctors at the hospital, and they said to give him sort of. And after that, he came down. He went to sleep, and the next day he was on the way up, and he's fine today. He's gone out with his friends. He's well happy.
Oh, good.
So all good.
May I ask you a question? I saw you guys yesterday night at Antonio's show. They were talking about the MMS and there, guys. And what are you meaning about MMS or CDF stuff?
Yeah, see, I caught back the first 20 minutes, and then I've paused it, and I haven't caught back hardly any of it yet so far. I have looked into this stuff before, a few years ago, and I'm willing to listen to everyone's opinion on it. But I've never tried it myself. I've never had need to. You understand? My stepdad was ill a long time ago, but I didn't know about this stuff back then, and it wouldn't have occurred to me to try it. And touch wood, there's no one I know that needs it at the moment. But that doesn't mean to say I'm not interested in it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I know. I understand because I have a long history and knowledge with that product because I make it also for myself and for my family and for my neighbors and my friends and I make the transformation from MMS and CDS and I give it for free to everyone because it helps. It's very a tough thing, but it's not the solution. It's a solution.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
We have to regarding back the origin from everything. When you have a problem, go to the origin of the problem to understand what's happening to your body. It's a good thing, the right thing.
And you've got a video showing people how to make it themselves, haven't you?
I made some videos for French talkers and for English talkers. I saw that my videos are arriving also as well in Russia.
Oh, really?
Every day I have some Russian people. They contact me. Yesterday afternoon I had a long speech with an American young guy. He's in the 30 years old. Over that. All the information, tough guy. I put his name here. If you want, I have it in my list of Skype contacts. It's even so long that my subscribing on the internet, the YouTube channels. His name is Shane, and his website, his YouTube site is Focal Shift.
What? Sorry.
He has also a website.
Oh, that's the name of his thing, is it?
I share my screen for just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, screen 1, share, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Can you see his face? Is with the guy with the guitar?
Yeah, yeah.
Here above, that's the name. If you want to contact him on Skype, that's the address. Here, that's his website. He has also a YouTube channel.
Right.
And he's very smart. And he's very smart. Very smart and very interesting to talk with.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go too slowly. Maybe another time. Or if we can do it that in private.
Yeah,
So
mine's.
I stopped sharing my screen. So.
Mine's slowing down again. Hold on a second.
It was a small parenthèse. No, I'm using that product since I don't know, more than 5 years now, and it's absolutely amazing. The results that you can have with that, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've been hearing some really incredible things. People with severe conditions. I mean, within a space of a few hours, you know, people with multiple sclerosis. Within an hour, they're back to quite normal. You know, it's an incredible thing.
So a simple thing. I don't know if everyone are cooking so as we do, Richard and myself. we pass a lot of time in the kitchen every day to try some stuff. Sometimes you burn the skin.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, all the accidents are always stupid. So for a stupid accident, you're gonna burn your skin, for example. What are you gonna do? Open the door of the fridge, take the bottle of CVS, and then you're gonna put it directly on your skin. The pain goes away in a second.
That's incredible.
That's the first fact. The second fact, you're gonna see the reconstruction of your skin is very faster than if you use other products, so medicines from the pharmacy. That's another fact. Those simple facts. So you have teeth problems. Okay, put some drops in the glass with water, and you make some mouth bath with that.
Right.
Into your mouth maybe for 5 minutes, and then have to smoke it away, and then you make it twice until the glass is finished, is empty, and you're gonna see how fast your problem is gonna be waste on the side.
Okay.
It never comes back after that.
Do you ever use any like health products or alternative medicine, Joe?
Fortunately, I'm not too bad with my health and, you know, various things. So I'm not really like yourself, like you said just now. I've not had any major need to. But I'm definitely intrigued about MMS and these things that Phil's talking about. I'm fascinated by it, and it's definitely something I'm going to look more into.
And have you been aware like a long time about like the medical industry and all that sort of stuff? Like, I've known for a long time that the right answer, from the doctors, it's not. There's got to be more.
Oh, definitely.
Natural things like this MMS and other small things like the cannabis oil and things like that. There's got to be more. Not just have it. I've known that for a long time. What about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I mean, I like to have a smoke now and again. All right. With, you know, weed. Yeah, there you go. And I strongly believe that because of that, I think that's actually helped my health. I think it's got healing properties for sure.
Have you heard that people that have chemotherapy, those that smoke have a better tendency to survive the chemotherapy than those who don't smoke. Have you heard about that?
I haven't. I haven't heard that.
I've heard that something within the nicotine, and granted, all the chemicals in it are crap, but something in the nicotine and the tar going into your system helps you fight against the sort of the leukemia, sort of damaging too many of your cells. Don't quite quote me on that, but I know it's something along them lines that. And they go to hospital with lung cancer and they have the chemo. They tend to survive better than those that have just had it for a tumor in their back or something like that. Do you understand? And I think it's another one of those things they've hidden from us. The natural tobacco is not as bad as they.
Well, look, we said it the other night, didn't we? Illness is big business, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's big business, and that's what people need to stand back and go, hang on a minute. You know, at what point do you step back and go, this is for business and this is for health? You know, and that's the thing.
Am I still here? My whole computer's gone quiet, gone dark.
Have you got lots of windows open?
No, I just had our window and the chat. I'm hoping my computer will just flash back up again. I can still hear you. I can't see anything. Nothing's moving.
Right.
I'll start again. But look, just in case I don't get around to it, I've got Monday to myself. I'm going to set up another hangout, and I'll be around for a few hours on Sunday. I can't do all day today, but I'm here for a couple of hours at least. But I want to know if anyone's around on Monday.
Monday. What sort of time Monday?
Well, like I said, I've got all day, so
okay.
I can do morning, noon, or evening.
Cool.
I'm not fussed. Everyone else is around for.
Well, I'll be in touch for sure then.
Sounds good. Can you still see me?
Yes, I can.
That's weird. I'm not going to touch anything. I don't want to turn it off.
Rory is back and he cut his mic.
I will say, Rich. I will say that when I'm in this chat, I have to shut down the chat window and just leave the video hangout on, because sometimes you get the feedback and it interferes.
Yeah, I had it off for a minute. I wanted to have a quick look at the chat, and then it's crashed now.
May I suggest you one thing? You go to the Hangout page on YouTube, and you have to pull out the chat zone and open a new free window with that. So once it's done, you may close the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Okay. So and you have still the chat room under control under your eyes, and you have less lags with doing that.
I will try it.
Yeah.
I've got nothing at the minute. Nothing's working at all. But the camera's working, the microphone's working, so I'm just going to stick around for a bit.
Cool.
So I show you my screen for a second, so you can see how I work. So it started. So as you can see, my screen for the moment not. And I still seeing Richard and Rory.
You still here, Rory? I think he's on mute at the minute.
No, I'm good.
Oh, still here.
Okay. If you want to see my screen, you have to close your mic for 2 seconds. So I've been talking, and so you can see my screen. So we have here the Hangout page where we are, and on the right side here, you have the chat room coming from YouTube. It's separated. You see?
Yeah, I can't seem to do that. I don't know. It's weird.
I said I can't do anything.
I have the chat room, and if I want, I can also close the other windows here on the top. So I do it now. I close everything. You're gonna see it stay.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
So okay, now it's okay. But sometimes when you are busy in an angle, you forget to give a look on the chat room. Sometimes there are some questions, and the people be a bit not nervous that you don't give an answer to those questions. The problem is that you don't see the question, you can give an answer to that question.
Yeah.
With the two screens, the two windows next. Side to side, you have a better view. So for the moment, I think we are only 4 in the chat room. Nobody is arriving. Maybe I can send a small message to my my dear friend and agent. Time will tell.
Go for it.
If time will come in.
Try to send her a small message. She don't gonna come into the hangout. She's gonna stay in the chat room.
That's fine.
Okay.
Where is she? Where is she? There.
Well, Rory, we had a interesting. Yeah, I was just going to say, Rory, we had a great conversation yesterday evening, didn't we? On Jamie's channel. Can't hear you, mate.
Am I muted?
Oh, there you
No,
go.
not now.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
I spend most of my time saying that. Can you hear me?
Yes. Perfectly.
Cool. Yes, it was good. It made me chuckle when he started going on about the ISSS. The ISSS, yeah. And my analogy to tracking Santa Claus. I thought that was funny.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was brilliant.
And my point was, I was
just
trying
the 3 of you on there.
How many,
No, there was, I think there was about 5 of us, wasn't there?
at the end there was, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been doing quite a lot of them hangouts, hasn't he? I'm going to join him at some point soon.
Yeah, he's quite a clued up kid, you know. I mean, he's got some really interesting points, you know.
He's very thoughtful when he talks.
Yeah.
Like I said a little while ago, and a lot of people have done it. It's I fear that people have gone to one of his early videos, took one look at him, and then decided never to come back again. And that's not how it should be, you know. Something's wrong with that. And from the first couple of videos I listened to him, I knew he wouldn't be here doing this if he didn't know something. You understand? It's that thing. Yeah, we do know something. That's why we're out here doing this. You know, I don't think people have given him the chance he deserves, man.
Exactly. It's just we all have a different way of verbalizing and communicating our point, and he just so happens to be the type of lad that is methodical. You see him thinking, you know.
Yeah.
And not everyone likes that kind of approach because, you know, but I personally, I love the lad. I think he's got some really interesting points.
Yeah, I just admire him for putting himself out there, you know. I think that's amazing, you know. That's really cool.
Definitely.
Okay.
I do think he deserves
time is arrived.
I missed that bit. What?
What was that, Phil?
I just said that Miss Time will tell is there in the chat.
Hi, Time. I can't see my chat, but hello.
Yeah, hello.
You'll see Time in the chat.
Yeah, she's there. I just talk about that with her on Skype, and now she's all right.
Just a quick one, Richard.
Yep.
I went through all your videos and counting all the views that you had on your channel, and I thought it was a little bit sus, but it's quite accurate to what it's showing, how many views. But it was out by 320.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's all a bit screwy, man. I'll tell you. I've got over 10,000 views. It says, but
You've had more than that.
like with all the videos I've had and things like that. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Something's not
I
right
went through
about it.
every single one, Richard, and added every view that you had on your
Really?
videos. Yeah.
Do you know what number is now?
Well, according to my calculations, you've had 100. Oh, what was that? Hold on. 10,435 views, and they say that you've only had 10,115.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
without
neither of
telling,
them have got what it says on mine either.
without thinking that YouTube stole you a lot of views. They stole me last month in January. In January, it was more than 1,200 views. They stole me.
I don't understand.
I had it, Richard. I had the same just before January. No, it was before Christmas. And on my Rory McFizz channel, it was something like 18,000 views. And I look now, and I think it's about 9,000.
Really?
What is up with that? There's definitely something going on. Do any of you know? You must have heard of PewDiePie and the little controversy he's gone through recently with anti-Semitic and stuff like that. He put out a video in the last couple of days, sort of explaining himself in some ways, in his own way. And do you know what? I've never really liked the guy until I see this video, and I just think he's absolutely right. He's been slandered endlessly by the media, all because of how much money he makes. They never talk about his content or anything like that. It's always just about how much money he makes. And now they've piled on little clips they can find of him that he mentions even the word Nazi, and they've used it against him, you know. And this guy's been on here for years. He's got absolutely thousands of videos, and for them to just pluck out these small bits and use it against him, and for YouTube to allow them to do this, because like everyone that's sticking up for him, they're not getting the coverage that the mainstream is giving this attention. Do you understand? And I just think this is, I think someone who's trying to shut us up a little bit. I know it might sound a bit paranoid, but I don't think they want people out there talking sense. Does that make sense?
There's definitely something dodgy going on. I don't know if you guys see my video. I that 5-minute video I yesterday about what's happening on my channel.
With your comments and
no, not just that. I can't view any of my analytics.
oh, really?
You can't view that.
No, you go if you later on have a quick look. Right, I actually show you. I go on there and I show you my YouTube channel, and I click a few times, and I cannot view any analytics whatsoever. What's that about?
Maybe you have to go into. You know what, Joe? We're gonna look that together Monday as well. If you be there Monday in the morning, for example, we're gonna look that together. Because you have to go into the tools of your channel and to click on some things, on different things to get that in visual.
Yeah, but it still doesn't answer this. When you click on the analytics option, the page goes blank. There's nothing there.
Nothing.
Wait. Normally, the other analytics things arrive after 28 days. Before the first 28 days, you can't see nothing. You have to wait for. Yeah. Okay. I wrote that once months ago.
Okay.
So if it's a new channel, it's normal that you can go on it.
Right.
How long did you say you've been here, Joe? 2.5 months?
Well, not on, in terms of producing a YouTube channel, I'm going to say it's probably been about just over 2 weeks.
Maybe you've not been on here long enough then. But, do you know, for myself, I do wonder about that. Like, all this computer stuff is... it shouldn't take that long to collate your information. Does that make sense?
No, no.
For my understanding of how good computers are.
Yeah. Well, look, either way, there's something definitely dodgy going on with this whole flat Earth thing, because I mean, the people are definitely being stifled. There's something definitely dodgy going on.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I think, you know, some of those mirroring channels. Do you know? I think they've almost been set up as They take up all the space.
Yeah.
So you'll have on the mirror channels, you'll have 20 of their mirrors and then one other video in the middle. You understand? And I think that's just to bury us sense speakers. Does that make sense? I keep saying that word. I really think that they're just trying to swamp us out. It's one of the reasons why I make so many videos. I think if you're going to make some fucking money, then so am I. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
If I wanted to, I'd release, you know, like the time lapse I did in my drawing. So that's like 120 individual 10-second clips. I'll upload all of them just to fill up the internet a bit. If that's their game, then I'll just play it back at them. You know.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
That's what I think's going on. Will you chaps just excuse me for 1 minute?
Yeah,
Sorry.
go for it.
No problems. No problem.
Rory, you're muted, mate.
It's because I keep coughing and I keep muting it so I don't cough all over you lot.
Maybe it's a good idea. I'm gonna do the same. Pick me some double espresso, for example. In 53 minutes, it's aperitif time. Rum and Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I watched your video the other night, last night, Rory.
The one I've just put out.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not mean to go into a rant, but
No,
obviously
mate,
you can tell I'm a bit about it all.
No, I know. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's such a sticky area, isn't it? This whole infighting, this whole, you know, it just gets out of hand.
My problem is, and I don't really want to sort of go into it, but I met Nathan, and I met him at Oxford, and we had a conversation, and within that conversation he said something that absolutely made my stomach turn. Now,
Okay.
I couldn't react at the time because it was the first meet up, and I was on a tiny little channel compared to his channel, and I thought if I say anything, it's just going to look like I'm trying to, I don't know. But I swallowed it. I didn't say anything. But I've been watching over a period of time, and the language that he uses, I'm sorry, he says he's a Christian and all the rest of it. It doesn't wash with me. But I'm going to leave it at that. I've put my videos out.
Are we talking about Mr. Oakley?
Yeah.
Have you had any interaction with Nathan Oakley yet, Joe?
No, mate, I haven't. I have watched some of his stuff. Like I say, I'm still new to this. I'm keeping an open mind across the board. I personally am going to avoid any form of interactions with people in a negative sense. But in the same breath, I want to take also on board everyone's point of view.
Well, all I did, I'll be absolutely honest. I clickbaited him in his comment because I knew he would buy it, and I knew he would actually show himself for what he really is.
Right.
But not to the extent that he did. That was quite shocking, to be fair.
I haven't actually seen that, so I'll have to have a look myself, mate.
Yeah, you have to see it was the one before my last video, the previous one, where I explain the comment that I made to him, and it's a comment you would just laugh at it if you actually saw it. You say, "Oh, whatever," but he didn't. He bit it and went with it, and then he started to attack me, but not me, but my disability, and I was like, I'm like, what? Really?
Oh, man.
So I touched a nerve with him, but throughout that, I spent a day with commenting him, a whole day, and not once did I use a swear word. In fact, every time I spoke, I wished him well and peace and all of that, and he was coming back with just terrible language. But like I say, it's up to people. I don't want people to take my word. It's for individual people to make their own mature choice. If they think that's
Sure.
fine, then whatever. You know, I'm not here to be people's parents. People make their own choices.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, it's just a crying shame, isn't it? People, I just wish people would conduct themselves in a manner that wouldn't put other people off, because this subject is so important. It's so important. And it just keeps getting side.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, Joe, because I've been saying it since the beginning. Like, and do you know, to a certain degree, Martin was trying to say it for a little while, and I don't think anyone. I kept hearing, "This is my front room. I'll behave how I want," and I was thinking, it might be your front room, but you're taking your front room out to the world with you. You know, it's not when you're opening it up like this to the world. It's not your front room anymore, you know. And I think you need to, like you say, conduct yourself a little bit better. No one's asking for bells and whistles and, you know, ex-BBC. Oh yes, la di da. No one's asking for none of that. Just be yourself. But like I have to say, like Roy says, like I've watched Nathan for a long time. I even went to Oxford and met him. But what I'd seen on the camera didn't reflect what I was seeing in his comments. And like you say, you know, feel free to go and explore all this yourself. You know, I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. Just what I've seen.
No.
And his comments didn't reflect the guy I was watching on TV, on the tube. And I don't like that.
It's about the agenda that, you know, what is his real agenda, and it seems that it's so important that he has to have a massive view count, a massive watch count.
Yeah, not just talk about what he wants to talk about, and
yeah,
be honest about it.
And I think that he's one of these that buy their viewing figures and all the rest of it.
Right.
I have thought about it. There's a few of them that got to a certain stage, like the rest of us, and then they didn't get any bigger. But most other channels, when they get to a certain sort of size, they gradually keep growing, you know. But these guys have stopped, like the rest of us, and I do wonder how they got up to that much. When my son told me the other day how much it cost to buy views, and it's not actually that much.
But again, you know, I'm not interested in how many people. If people subscribe to me, it means they're interested in what I've got to say or my character. Yeah, there is a bit of a character thing going on. It's just part of it. Rory McFizz, because you know, Rory McFizz isn't obviously my real name. It's Brendan Slavin, and I've made that clear through all my videos. Everyone knows who I am, so I'm not hiding anything.
Sure.
But people have got attached to the old Rory. The Rory hug and Boom Fizz and all that, which is lovely. It's really nice. So it brings out a positive thing. Then good.
Yeah. Listen, in terms of putting your real name out, I mean, yeah, my first name is Joe, but I think there is an element of security that makes sense that you shouldn't put your full name out. You know, because there are
2 cents. I think they know it already. Those that it matters, and it doesn't matter to everybody else.
No, yeah, that's
my choice, you know.
See, the thing for me is absolutely. You can go online and see who I am. I used to play golf. You know, I was a big golfer, not famous, but quite well known in Europe and in the golfing fraternity. So you've only got to type in Brendan Slavin disabled golfer, and it comes up with all the stuff I've done. Sky Sports.
Do you know, about 4 or 5 years ago, Rory, one of my favourite pastimes was watching the golf and the snooker on TV while playing playing computer like zombies all day long. I'm going to find your videos online, and I'm going to stick them on while I'm shooting zombies, young man. I'll enjoy that.
Do you know what I'm trying to do, Richard, is get. I had an interview on Sky Sports. And because I nearly got a hole in one at the British Open.
I remember you saying about it.
And that was hilarious, mate. It's got to be the worst interview you have ever seen. I was so absolutely stoned. It was unbelievable. Can I run the story by you?
Yeah. I'll mute myself up quickly.
I can't hear a word, guys.
Can you hear me?
I can now, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go. there, Rory? I hear some
It's a comment.
buzzing
Can
and
every,
crack.
if I don't know, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Is
I
it-
can hear you.
It's not this.
I think Bubbles is making dinner again.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Carry on, Rory.
Can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, I can now, mate.
Right. I will speak it as fast as I can. So basically, big competition. I worked so hard, short game, driving, chipping, everything. I really worked hard. I stopped smoking, so I was absolutely dead straight. I hadn't smoked for about, I don't know, 5-6 weeks. This was so important to me. After 2 days of playing, I'd played the worst 2 rounds of golf I've ever played. It was disastrous, absolutely disastrous. And in the final round, I was with my mate, and he had a bag full of weed. And he said to me, "Look, Bren, just fucking chill out, mate. Let it all go." Because, you know, it was upsetting. I was upset. I wanted to win it. And he said, "Look," he done me a neat joint. So I'm driving up the 15th, and I'm smoking this joint. Gets on the green, putts out, goes to the next hole, par 3. By this time, it was really hitting me. My mouth was dry. I could hardly swallow. I'm like, oh,
no.
bloody hell. And I looked down, and they got the camera on the green. I've got the camera behind me. And I was saying to my mate, I don't even know which bloody club to hit. And he's just pulled a club out of the bag. He said, "Just hit it." So I'm standing there. And I'm like, whoosh. Everyone's going, go on. It's landed. It's run up the green, round. And I'm not exaggerating because it's stopped about that far from the hole. Anyway, so clapping, and I gets down in the buggy, and as soon as I get out, there's a guy with a microphone and the camera, and he's, "Brendan, talk us through the shot." And by this point, I couldn't even think. So I mumbled this absolutely. I don't know if you could really actually understand what I was saying. It was more like a blah, 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 and I walked away, and I thought, did I really just say that on like Sky Sports? And when it was actually shown for the first time, I was with my mate watching it, and I had about 50 phone calls, like just one after the other, people just laughing. "Brendan, that was just fucking brilliant. That was just brilliant." So yeah.
And
So
you
now
we can find that on YouTube as well.
but I'm trying to get the DVD sent to me so I can upload it and play it, because it's just so funny. It is really funny.
You have to do that.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Into your channel, into one of your channels.
Yeah. But
When was your last competition? Was it last year you was in a competition, or was it one before?
yeah, I played. Funny enough, Richard, I've just had an invite to the Welsh Disabled Open.
Excellent.
Because
You accepted?
I have, yes, because I've won it. You get an automatic invite and all of that. It's all paid for, and so it's 4 days of golf. I'm not going to win because I don't play anymore, so it's just going to be a bit of fun.
You just said it just then. All that preparation last time, and you flopped. Maybe no preparation this time. You never know.
Yeah. That's all we do now. We go out and just get absolutely blasted on the course.
You take the whole family with you? Just go on your own?
Just on my own, yeah. Because I stay down with the guy who actually runs it, and I'm not going to say on air, but let's put it this way: we have a lot of stuff available.
Fantastic.
When's that coming up? Soon?
Hold on, I will just have a look, because I can't even remember the date of it, but I will just have a look. I need to go.
You play any sports or anything, Joe?
No. I used to love playing snooker.
Love
Snooker and pool.
Not very good at it.
Pool.
But I do like it.
Yeah. No, I've never been a sporty kind of guy, really. In terms of actually, you know, football, I've never been a football follower. Nothing like that, really. But, you know, different moods for different dudes is what I say. What about you, Rich?
That's for me. That's what I like about YouTube. You know, like nowadays, if you go down the pub, everybody wants to talk about football.
Well, yeah.
No one's got anything different to talk about anymore.
No.
Awful. I love YouTube just for all the different topics and subjects and things like that. And also, Bubbles, do you do any sports or anything anymore, sir?
The last I made
Man of
is
legend.
here, just about one floor up. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better so. No, I'm still a tennis player.
Oh, I see.
So you can see my legs.
Lovely legs.
Yes.
No, I'm not too bad in tennis, and I really like that. But I have not a reptilian mentality. So I'm a player. I'm not a winner.
I'm a player, not a winner.
My pleasure is to
All
play.
he likes to win, didn't you, mate?
I spent how many hours to playing without winning a match. The first competition was 6-0, 6-0 for the other, and then when I came home, and what's the result? 6-0, 6-0. Oh, very good, yes, for the other. But for me, I was very happy because I was just playing for the fun, and I was always minded like that way, even if I was in the competition. So if you play interclubs, so you have 6 singles before in the morning, and in the afternoon you have the doubles, 3 doubles.
Uh-huh.
So I lost all the time my single, but I never lost a double because I had my partner. He was a pilot, airplane pilot.
Good reflexes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we were a very good pair. Very good pair. I was also classified in those 2 different things, in doubles and in singles. But never minded to win something. No, it was just the fun and the pleasure to play.
Yeah.
Richard and everyone, I've
I've-
got to go for dinner. My good lady's just dishing up, so
Sure.
Okay.
I'll be
If
back.
I'm not here, are you going on to Dell's later, or like even to the chat?
Yeah, I'll probably watch some of it.
What we're reading. If otherwise, I'm about all day Monday, so I'm going to try and do at least one long hangout on Monday.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, because guys, I to be honest, I've got to go in a bit myself. So, what is Dell doing a hangout later? Is he?
I think it's 6 or half 6. I plan to stop about 5:30 probably.
Okay.
What's time? Well, I'll be back, Richard. I'll have my dinner and then I'll pop back.
Yeah, cool. I'll stick around for a little bit longer.
Cool. Joe?
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
see
listen,
you a
I'm
bit
just
later.
I'm gonna pop up and make a coffee, and I'll be back myself. But I'll probably be in I'll probably hang about for another half hour, an hour, and then I'm gonna go. So I'll be back in for 5 myself.
Okay.
No worries.
So,
All right, Phil. See you in a little bit.
Bon
In a bit,
appetit.
Roy. See you in a bit, Phil. See you in a bit, Phil.
Merci. Merci.
So we are in single.
We just playing doubles, and we're the last men standing.
No, I played golf so very in another life. I was responsible for some golf ranges in Brussels in the early 80s.
In the 80s.
Yeah, I had very good professors, teachers, golf teachers, who were mostly English people. They let me know that I had a good training with all the tricks, how you have to hit the ball if you want to have a hook of a slice or whatever. So I had all those techniques. But the problem is that in Belgium, if you want to play golf, it's so expensive. It's
It's
so
the same in
expensive.
England. I'd love to play, but too
My
expensive.
brother is living now in South Africa. He plays every day in England. When he was working at Islo, he goes to play every day. It was cheap in that time. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the prices are going up, if it costs much more than before, but it's unpayable. It's unpayable even in Europe.
When I first started in about the 90s, between between 10 and 30 pounds for a round. But now it's between 25 and 50 at best. You know, you don't find many places cheap anymore.
35 years ago in Belgium, to be a member of a club, you had to pay 100,000 Belgian francs. It's roughly 2,500 euro, but 35 years ago, just only to be a member. And the waiting list to be accepted in the club was so long, that sometimes you had to wait 10 years before you make your first enter. Yeah, really. Was too selected, you know, to reserve for certain people, and you could play only when you got an invitation.
That's not golf for me. I don't play golf like that. I want to have fun.
And also, and once you were accepted, it cost you 400,000 Belgian francs. So 10,000 euro per year.
I know my father-in-law. He was a member of a golf club, and it cost him about £5,000 a year. So yeah, I know I couldn't afford that.
And I had a problem because it was a tennis defect, because I was playing with my two hands for, you know, the reverse, the backhand.
Okay, yeah.
And the position is, for a tennis player, your right hand is down and your left hand is up. But if you play golf like right-handed, you can't hold that position. You have to reverse your hands. So for the long drives, I need left-handed woods and some steels. And for the approach, for the sandwich, pitching wedge, it was with the right hand.
No way.
I couldn't do that with the left hand. So it was a bit complicated.
See, the only difference when I started playing, because I was small, my putter was a ladies' putter because it's a little bit shorter. But I used all the rest of them with normal clubs.
I remember I was playing in Tunisia. In Tunisia, there was a golf range with there's only a 9-hole parcours, not 18, just only 9 holes, and we are on the start for the first putt, and I make an amazing drive. When I hit the ball, was just like that. But I forgot to watch where the ball was going. 2 hours.
You never found it.
2 hours. Yes, after 2 hours, the fucking ball, where is it? And that was one of my remembers. And another one, we were just turning back to the clubhouse, and I say to the guy, you know what? Do you want to bet something? We're gonna put here the ball on the ground, and there we have so big amphor, so you know, make in terracotta. Des amphores, maybe I have a translation of amphor in the chat room. Help me, lady. What? A big pot.
Oh, a plant pot.
Yeah, it was a big. It was a big. And they say, okay, maybe distance is 10 meters. So with the sandwich, you say, okay, the guy who put the ball into this is the winner. So the other one have to pay the drink. You say, okay, you're gonna do that. I stopped first, and the ball hit just hit that part of the pot, and the pot is opening in one, in two, so like that, and falling on the ground.
No way.
Those were my good remembers of when I was playing golf.
Brilliant.
Have you ever played golf at all, Joe?
Never. I'd actually like to be honest.
It's a lot more fun than you might think.
Yeah, it's a boring thing to watch, but I'd like to take part.
You know, if you've never been before, a driving range is always a good place to sort of learn. There's no walking around involved, and you can hit the balls as hard as you want, you know, and you don't have to worry about how stupid you look because there's walls between each person. So it doesn't matter. You can just stand there, just hitting the balls all day long. I really enjoy the driving range. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I may have a go, like, say one day. I may give it a bash, like.
My son went to a driving range birthday party last year, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. He was 11 at the time, and all the kids loved it. Yeah. I thought it was a bit unusual, but yeah, all of them came home and said it was absolutely brilliant. Unusual party, but yeah.
Hey, Rich.
A lot of that stuff.
Hey, Rich, do you have to take into account the curvature?
My dad taught me a lot of tips about golf, but he never mentioned that one.
Yeah, even except the golf game, all the other ball sports are on a flat level.
All of them, yeah.
All of them.
Golf, basketball, football.
Except golf. Even if you play bowls or snooker or regular billiard, rugby, it's always in rugby is not a ball.
Yeah.
All the ball sports is on a flat level. Why?
Well,
that's a good question.
Of course.
We should really touch on the flat Earth bit. Then that's something that always used to play on my mind was the solar disc, as opposed to the planetary balls. How did I always used to think that the planet should sort of be going in a regular motion, but in all directions rather than this disc. That never made sense to me. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah, only when you're drunk. It works only when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
They was all drunk back then. There never used to be no Coca-Cola, was it? It was always wine or water.
That's it. Yeah.
So I was reading all the comments your first hangout. And, I really appreciate that people love that way that you made the first hangout, and then the review, the first part. I call that the bank for the first part of.
I've got a fucking deal for that, but I had fun making it. I've got part 2 coming up now, which was your first hour, and then but I can't put the whole video in to chop it up, so I have to sit there with my iPod and record it a little bit at a time, and then I'll put it in. But the next lot, I'm not gonna cut it up or cut it up. We all just keep talking for a long time, so there's no need to edit out the rest of it. But that first one it took me and Rory ages to work it out, and the signal was bad. It all went really well in the end. I thoroughly enjoyed myself the other day, and I did get some really nice responses and comments from a lot of people. It was really nice. I thank everybody if they watch this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a news for my dear friend here in the chat room. Time will tell. I get some news from a friend of us. He's in the hospital. He has 2 heart attacks, and he was placed in a coma. Coma.
Who is this?
He's awake now, but he can't talk.
Oh, good.
So that's amazing good news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry for that.
No,
that's okay. I wish people all the best. I hope they're well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this a friend of time?
Yeah, it's a friend of us. We are a small club on Skype where we made some private hangouts. And the group it's called Aluminiuminati. Aluminiuminati.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I created that club maybe 1 month ago, and so we can have some hangouts where we have no trolls, you know.
Yeah.
Was you friends with Time before all this flat Earth stuff, or is this where you met? Because I noticed that's where I saw you both at the same time. Was in the hangout a little while ago.
No, that's quite new. That's quite new because I was catching to have Milady Time Miltel on Skype. 3 months long it took me to get her on Skype, and hearing his voice and see her face was a very long time. And then she cracks, and I said, "Yes, I got it." I'm an optimist guy. I'm an optimist guy. I never give up.
You never give up.
Never.
I can tell that.
I'm sometimes in French we say you are to start. You have you're just like a bélier. I have to search my words. Sorry. It's a really good exercise for me to have this connection back with English. I put the English on the side more for 15 years without using English, and for me it's a very, very good exercise. And thanks for you guys to invite me sometimes in an English hangout so I can recover this lost memory. Yeah, and it's very enjoying. Thank you.
Likewise.
Yeah, that's it. That's the right word. Yeah. But sometimes I have to search my words, but I feel that I'm more relaxing now when I speak English than before, than maybe 1 month ago or 2 months ago. Yeah. I took some part in different English hangouts, even in Australia, and in America, as well with English people, and I was not too
confident.
That's the right word, confident. Sometimes I have to use some Italian words or Spanish words for to understand by the people, and now it's more fluent than before.
Yeah. No, your English is
so very jealous in many ways because, like I said, I can barely speak French. I barely speak English, according to some people.
It's also a question of opportunity. If you don't have the opportunity to try one of the languages that you know, you're gonna put it on the side and forget it a little bit. It's the brain is made very, very bizarre. When I turn back from Italy, I can't speak Dutch anymore for a few days, the few first days, because my mind is completely turned Italian. And then if I have to speak Flemish or Dutch, for me it's a big problem. And when I start to speak with a Dutch guy, automatically I start to Italian and say, hey, why do you speak Italian with me? Say, I'm sorry. I have to make some switch here and there. The mind is working very bizarre, and that's also funny. Strange. Very strange. Yeah, you know.
I said something in one of my early videos. I still stand by it. I grew up with that saying, like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and you know, I've never bought that. I've never liked that, and not trying to imply anything to anyone, but as I've grown older, I felt I've learned much more than I ever did as a child. You know what I mean? And I hate the fact that people say when you're a child you can soak up loads, and I was never, like you say just now, given the opportunity to learn a bit more. You know, it was being in the classroom and everyone having to move at the same speed like a little crowd. Yeah. It doesn't allow for people any opportunity to reach out and branch out. You know, you have to stay within the show and just do as you're told. And for myself, that's one of the biggest things I'd like to change is the way children are taught. And I think we can do that in some ways with the internet. You know, children allowing them to interact with other children from all over the world and learn them languages early. I think that's
yeah. No, I agree.
I think that's key in some ways.
Yeah,
getting the kids to communicate. You know.
And this is why it's so unfair, isn't it? When you look at the people that make it into politics, for example, the people that we end up so-called electing. Yeah. Now, these are all people that have had privileged upbringings. So they go to these superior schools where they're taught properly. they're taught about history, about culture, about language. You know, you don't get that when you come from a normal upbringing, do you? You're just not given those opportunities, you know. And plus also the classroom sizes, you know, you got one teacher trying to teach a bunch of, you know, 30, 40 kids in one go, you know. So there's so many elements that prevents you from expanding your mind, you know. And then there's the other problem where I'll use myself as an example. I'm an artist and I'm a designer. Now, throughout school, I've always been a creative person. And I'll never forget when I was about 13, 14, I kept saying, look, I want to be an artist. That's what I want to do. And teachers would say to me, be realistic. When you leave school, you have to get a job. Be realistic. And that always confused me. What does that mean? Do you trying to imply that I can't make a living out of my creativity? Mm-hmm. And it's that kind of indoctrination into young children that when they leave school, they go, you know what, forget it. I'll just get a job down the factory. You know,
I said it the other day. I chose art to be with my friends, but I got the same response from just about every adult around me was, well, you don't actually plan to do anything with art, do you?
Yeah.
And I never had any other response than, well, no, not really. And yeah, like I say, I've always liked art, but I did actually pick it just to be with my friends, you know.
Right.
Now as a grown-up, for myself, I see that as being more important than actually picking subjects.
It is. It's
choose to be with who they're comfortable with rather than having to go and not be comfortable. You understand? Yeah. I just we was talking about something just now, and I when I was younger, I was at school. There was a how do I call it? There was 6 students from my school, and I went to school in Croydon, New Addington, right? And it's as common as muck. Didn't get much opportunities. It was a poor school with poor results. A weekend to go away with children from one of those schools you was talking about, one of those privileged schools, and they had, you know, swimming pools and trips to Austria every term and things like that. And we spent the weekend together, like in a big brother sort of way, and we spoke about all sorts of things this week. Everything from racism to celebrities and sex and smoking and alcohol, everything. It was an amazing weekend, and I wonder sometimes if I was some sort of lab rat for that weekend, put in with, like you say, this other group of children. And I remember meeting up with them sort of 6 months after the weekend, and we all got together, and it was very awkward again because we met up in one of their houses, and this guy in his bedroom, he had a full gym. He had a swimming pool downstairs, and we all lived on an estate, you know, when it was free in the bedroom and stuff like this. And this guy had this like all the most magnificent equipment. He had all hi-fis and computers, and they were from different worlds. And we never met again after that. We all realised after that outside of that house that weekend where we all got on so well, we had nothing in common outside in the real world. Do you know what I mean?
There you go. And
as much as I say I enjoyed it, I do feel I was a bit of a lab rat that weekend. I never knew what they were. And I was just asked for the opportunity to go away. I said, yeah. And it was great.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. I mean, there's them and there's us, isn't there?
I think it's been done on purpose, isn't it? Like, keep us.
Yeah.
Because like I said to you, when we was put together into that house, we all got on fine for the weekend. But it was only when we was outside of it that we went back to our normal lives, and we all realised we didn't have much in common outside of that weekend. That was it. It was all over.
Absolutely.
And I wonder if they didn't have that stuff, or we had a little bit more, then we might have stayed in touch, you know. And it's all come down to that materialism crap again, isn't it? It's because of material stuff. Who's got what? Like,
I tell you,
who's that? Diane Abbott. She used to decry, and now her kids go to one, don't they? You heard about her, Diane Abbott, from down London, one of the MPs?
No, I haven't actually.
Corbyn's cabinet. I don't know if she still is.
Oh, yeah, it's starting to ring a bell now, yeah. But no, not specifically. No, I haven't really looked into it, no. But I would encourage you, Rich.
Yeah.
I would encourage you, mate, to have a look at, there's, you know, the company Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to cut this make this as short as I can. There's right, one of the sons of that company, basically they basically don't have to work, obviously. I mean, they're multi-billionaires. Well, anyway, a few years ago he went around his house and his whole family doing a documentary about their wealth and how he was feeling uncomfortable.
We are losing you, Joe.
We lost you at uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with this, he was saying.
He's back again. Sorry, Joe.
No. Sorry, did I break up then?
Yeah, you broke up at the guy feeling uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, basically, he went out and, like I said, he went out in the streets and filmed it in his home and amongst his friendship group. And he created this documentary all about wealth and how he felt displaced in life because of it. And it's just a fascinating insight. And you see his dad looking into the camera, and you could see his dad was cringing. Was like, look, I don't want to talk about this. We don't talk about money. You know, so you have the people with all the money in the world not wanting to talk about money. And it's a fascinating insight into them and us, if you like.
Do you know, I wonder sometimes if it's like a drug, isn't it? Right? And people don't know it.
Yeah.
That it's addictive. Once they've got it, they don't want to talk about the fact that they're addicted to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's actually taboo. And like I say, when you watch it, I'll see if I can dig it out and maybe I'll send you a link to it at some point. But yeah, it was a fascinating, like I say, a fascinating insight into just how much these people don't want to discuss money.
Yeah.
They just don't want to talk about it. Yet the poor people want to talk about money, you know, and they haven't got any. It's a strange thing. It's a strange thing.
I don't want to see the. You know, remember I said like where we was forced into that house. I don't want to see the world crumble and us be forced all to live in together just to get us to see there are no differences. I'd rather we sort it out before that. But
Definitely.
like you say, they don't want to talk about this stuff, do they?
No, definitely not.
I don't like to say it, but I do think sometimes they wish us poor people just disappear.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, it really does feel like that, doesn't it, sometimes?
Well, we must be a hell of an inconvenience to them at times, you know?
Very much so. Very much so.
It's a sad world we're living in. We should be loving each other. We should be friends. We should be in a totally different world. We should be. There is no reason in this day and age why a single person on this planet should go without food, water, and shelter. No reason.
Except greed and power.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, don't forget we are the only one race on this earth to pay for living.
Yes.
Is that
and as much as people say it's all free, I've got an apple tree and a pear tree in my garden, and it don't cost me nothing for them to fill up with apples and pears every year. They just do it. You know?
Yes.
I don't even have to water them.
Exactly. Yeah. That's right. We need to reset this bloody planet. Sorry. That was a Freudian slip.
We're all still guilty of them.
Oh God. It's gonna hang around for a bit, isn't it?
We call that
very much.
A revelated lapses.
Oh,
Hey, Rory.
it's gonna hang around for a bit, isn't it?
You're breaking up just a little bit. Or you have an echo?
I have an echo, but it's not convenient for me. Maybe Rory's.
Oh, maybe it's stopped now. There we go.
Yeah, sorry, that was my fault.
It's okay now.
Rory, you bloody troublemaker.
I do try. It follows me wherever I go, trouble. Don't know why. I really don't. So, we're on the subject of money, I believe.
Well,
Yeah, I know you've looked into money as well, haven't you, and the debt system and. and all that. I'd like to hear more from you about that at some point, from your point of view. I listened to Mark Stellon and his channel, and I know what people say about him. But there's a few people he has on his channel. Rohan Lorian recently he seems like a nice guy and talks about law and stuff. And then another fellow called Troyer, he's been speaking recently. I listened to him. But I'd like to hear your perspective as well on all of it.
In 10 minutes, I'm going to make a short break because I have to call someone in Canada, and to prepare the hangout with Antonio next Friday over your international athlete and other things. He talks about money. She will try to give you the tools to get your money back.
Okay.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
In relation with your birth date.
Okay.
So I have to call at lunchtime for her. So I'm gonna make a short break in 10 minutes.
Cool.
Give us a call. Cool.
That's cool, Bubbles.
Yeah,
I may come back on later, but I'll shut this off in maybe an hour or so. But yeah, if you've got to pop off, that's fine, and then I'll be around.
Good about you are the king.
King Richard III.
Just king nowhere else.
Nobody should be king. Nobody.
No, they shouldn't.
Or queen.
No.
Or queen, or lords,
Or lords.
I've had this idea about that. Like I said before, someone once upon a time made them king, and then once God makes you king, you can't buy the kingship. You understand? And I hope that someone has fucked it up forever, because I don't think after this anyone's ever going to be able to be king. You know, they've been royally ripped apart, haven't they? Their reputations and stuff in the last 100 years. To stop it from ever happening again. Personally, yeah. I don't know if that's true, but I hope that's what's happening.
I'm still shocked, to be honest with you. We still have a monarchy in the UK. You know, I can't believe that those.
If you look deep enough into it, I'll shut up again. But if you look deep enough into it, there are reasons for it. I might not agree with them, but there are reasons for it. It's just getting out into the open, discussing it, because just no one talks about any part of this at all. Really, you get told bits, and then that's it. Sorry, Joe. Carry on, mate.
No, mate. I don't know if I was going to even make a point at all, but it does make me sick to the pit of my stomach that people can live to that high level, and you have hordes of people bowing down to them still in this day and age.
For no other reason than being born.
Right.
I'll tell you where it gets. What really gets me is the amount of properties and the size of the properties. I walk around, well, when I go into Brighton, the homeless people that are everywhere. You go into London, the homeless people. It beggars belief that they can just leave a palace and, I'm sorry, but demolish it all, build some houses or something. I don't know, but
yeah. It's sickening. And did you know it was about 6 years ago, and this is fact, you can actually look this up. The Queen, I'm not saying the Queen herself, right, but Buckingham Palace applied, now get this, she applied for a grant from the government to help pay for her heating bills. I shit you not. I thought this was a joke when I saw this. Right, and then they wrote back to us saying, look, I'm really sorry, but we can't allow this because there'll be an uproar. If we give you money for your heating bills out of a fund which is meant to help the poor, there's going to be a massive uproar.
I haven't understood the monarchy or why we have it for a long time, even though I say, like, if you look into it, they say there's reasons, but I don't understand it. She owns all this money and all this land. I don't see why she don't just give it up to the public.
I have a question. How is it possible that the Queen is untouchable?
Yeah.
I missed that. Sorry.
If you will to speak on a negative way over the Queen, you can do it when you are in England. Why?
Yeah.
That's a view that we have from Europe when we are looking to the UK. Everything is around the Queen is untouchable. Why?
Yes.
Well, the crazy thing is, when she was coronated, and she took the oath. She took the oath to actually serve the people, and to serve the people. Therefore, she is a servant. And yet, we are below the servants.
Yeah.
We're just the dogs.
So I cut my mic because I have to make the telephone call. I'll be back in.
Okay.
All right.
See you soon, mate. Okay. Any echo in your end?
No.
None in my end.
No.
No. I think, guys,
You still did, Joe.
we really need to get our heads together, and I'm not saying just us three individuals, but this community. We need to find a way to get this message out in a way that it's gonna shoot through all the bullshit and get into the mainstream. There has to be a way to do this. There has to be. Did you guys see that CNN report that came out yesterday where someone had dug up into the grass, Google flat earth, and CNN picked it up? Have you seen this, by the way?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Right, well, that's the closest we've had so far to mainstream touching on the subject.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing something like, you know, you've got the fathers for...
Oh, Fathers for Justice.
Yeah, Fathers for Justice, maybe dressing up in some sort of uniform, climb up the Houses of Parliament, big flat earth sign.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, something like that.
It would work. It would work.
Yeah. Something like that.
And I'd probably be nutty enough to do something like that.
Well,
The only trouble is, like, there was a whole bunch of stuff happened last year that I tried to talk to my mum and my sisters about, and they had no ideas about it going on. Things like some of the riots and the demonstrations up and down the country, and they had no ideas about it. If the mainstream media see Rory climbing up that tower, they're just not going to report him, and the only people that will see him will be us people on YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I
do know what you're saying, Joe.
I won't come down, Richard, until I
I really
like
liked, in some ways, Dan. You remember Daniel Pratt's idea of us all going to and bombarding like the BBC Centre and stuff like that? Do you know? I've got a feeling that's why the BBC moved from London, bleeding Manchester. I think they was worried it was going to happen. They could probably control it a bit easier up there.
Scared them off.
Yeah. I think for myself, Jones, in a lot of ways, we have to just keep trying to do this and trying to get people from other communities to come in. I'm going to keep playing the zombies games because I know that's a massive community. And for myself, being a long time player of that thing, I can see that they've all been hoodwinked.
Yeah.
And they can't see it yet, right? They've all been conned out loads of their time and their money. And there's a couple of big channels. And they've all been conned into giving away free advertising for the last 5 years. And they still ain't worked out that that's what they've done. Because you never see adverts for Call of Duty on TV. And yet it made more money last year than any film industry out there combined, right? It made far more money than any film, the
That's
Call of Duty
interesting.
franchise. And there's a lot of people out there. And I've said it before, all the symbolism we all talk about, over that zombies game. And even on the new maps, I can go around and I can find little globes hidden around the maps that never used to be in the old type of maps. And like I said to Roy recently, the newest zombie map is called Zombieland in Space. Right? And then they're trying to keep the kids interested and it's not working. They try to rip them off and now the kids are like, they were sort of working it out. They're not getting what they wanted out of it. And I'd like to draw them over here because there's a lot of this interesting stuff that they're all interested in and they can all do it while they're playing zombies.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
For me, that's what we have to do is reach out to these other areas. I know there's a big talk about Daphne Rimmel at the moment, but her beauty products will bring in a certain amount of people. I'd like Rory to make a golf channel. Maybe we'll get some golfers to come looking. You know, I don't know what your enjoyment is, your speciality, Joe, but something along them lines to area. You know,
Yeah.
I think some ways that's all we can do for now.
Yeah.
Well, I did do. I did put out a golf swing video for disabled players, just out of curiosity. I didn't no flat earth, nothing to do, just disabled golf, how to swing a club. And unfortunately, I just got all flat earthers on there saying, "You got a good swing, Rory."
I've said before, I think we've been kind of isolated. I think our videos are not being pushed out there, but everything's being allowed in. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my recommended is just full up with absolute nonsense. even my own stuff. Why is it recommending my own stuff to me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I get that's good. That isn't it? I get that. I put it on. It's recommend. Oh, it's me. No, I don't want to watch that. It's crap.
What's me?
Yeah, I've already seen that.
Yeah, bloody repeats. That's all they put on these days. And
That's what gets me as well.
thing.
It's always a viewed one.
Yeah.
So
But that
I
was
didn't
my
hear you
other-
then, Rich. What did you say, mate?
I was just saying the recommended is always an already viewed one, not one I haven't
right.
seen.
Yeah.
And what was you saying, Roy? You was going to say something?
I lost it. Lost it. It's somewhere out there.
Sorry, mate.
No,
Sorry.
it's not you. It's this head.
No, but I was referring more to like, rather than us individually going off doing something, just something, regardless of your point of view or angle on the flat earth, I'm talking about creating something that unifies all of us. Yeah? That we can all jump on together. Not separate.
I've had an idea for a while that we need to do is start up a platform like YouTube.
Yeah.
It'd be like, David versus Ultra Goliath or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to. I know Geo Shifter tried to do it with his FE Friends and things like. Have you aware of that, Joe? FE Friends? Is it Flat Earth Friends or FE Friends?
It's FE Friends, I think.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm subscribed to about 100 and something people, so I don't know. No, I haven't. I don't think I've heard of that. No.
It's not on YouTube. It's a channel called Geo Shifter, and he started a website, and it was for Flat Earth Friends, and it was for all of us to sort of go and get together outside of YouTube, I suppose.
Oh,
It
right.
didn't really pick up as much. We all just stayed on YouTube. I can't just say everyone else.
Right. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's still there as far as I know.
Okay.
And there's another one, VidMe.
VidMe, yeah.
Funny enough, sometimes I get curious and I look to see who's been playing with my videos, and the amount of religious groups that are using my content on their websites and that.
Really?
Yeah. But I did approach them and they did apologise, and because I hadn't put links up, they'd just used my video without and I said, look, I don't mind you playing them. I said,
When was that?
oh, it's some strange religious groups that you just type in and have a look. So it's just,
Joe, may I ask, are you religious at all?
No, mate.
Not in any way?
No,
No,
well,
you're not either.
I got an interesting story for you, though.
You're listening.
What it is, I actually come from a Catholic background. All right. Now, when I was a kid and I came to the UK when I was 6 years old, I used to go to church every Sunday. I'd go to Sunday school, and right up until the age of about 9 or 10 years old, I was thoroughly indoctrinated into that religious belief system. But I distinctly remember as a child just thinking to myself, this doesn't feel right. There were so many contradictions within their own storytelling that would not and could not sit right with me. But when you're a kid, you just feared questioning, let alone, yeah, absolutely. I mean, religion is fear-based. You know, if you don't behave, you'll go to hell. You know, so you go, oh shit, me, of course, yeah, oh yeah, I believe you, you know. And then when you come of your own age, then you can start going, okay, I reject it now, you know. So I kind of come from a platform where I came from a belief system regarding religion, turned into an adult, looked back at my life and went, that was BS. That was total BS, you know. So unfortunately for me, I had that experience. You know, so now when I do look at all these different religions, I can look at it for what it is and say, you know, any kind of belief system is bollocks, because believing something means you won't question other things. You know, it's a mental
Control
trap.
mechanism.
Yeah,
Control
it's a
mechanism.
mental, yeah, totally, mate, totally.
Whereabouts in Ireland?
And for me, it's always against the kids, isn't it? Because that's where it starts. It's teaching the children about it from the day they're born.
That's the
For me, that's not right.
That's the sickness of it. That is, you're absolutely right, Richard. That is the sickness of the whole religious platform. Is you get kids, you get them young, because they're never going to question you. They're going to fear you, you know. And also,
and that's what school is. There's a place of fear with no place to question. And I don't think.
yeah,
It's not that I think school as a whole is wrong. It's just the way it's done and the things they're taught. They don't allow the kids time to question any of it, and that's wrong. You know, it's the same with religion. It is exactly the same at school. You're not allowed to question. They say you can, but you're not really, are you? You're not really.
No. And another thing, I used to go into confession, right? You had to. It was part of the indoctrination. You know, you had to go into a booth. Another guy sat next to you, you know, in his look, and I remember as a child sitting there, and he would say, you know, confess your sins, and I'd think, well, I ain't really done anything wrong, but I had to make shit up, all right, because I felt I had to tell him I was naughty. I mean, that's the twisted mentality. I mean, what sickness is that? Where you've got a child forced to make up lies that they've been bad.
I'm sure he won't mind. When I was a small kid, I used to talk to my cousin quite a lot about religion, and his biggest reason for believing was because he didn't want to go to hell. Yeah. Right? And we was both Church of England as children, christened or baptized, whatever it is. I'm not sure. But I know now as a grown up, we don't speak too often, but I know now as a grown up, he's rejected that and he's now a Muslim. And I'd love to talk to him about how and why he changed.
That's interesting.
His opinion and his views on it. I say, you know, as you grow up, you go your separate ways for a while. I hope, you know, when our kids all grow up, we'll get back together and that. But I do remember we used to talk a lot about it, and I'd like to talk to him again. I'd like to know why he decided to become a Muslim. You know, I'd really like to know that.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Definitely.
Whereabouts in Ireland was you from?
Are you talking me?
Sorry, yeah.
I'm not from Ireland, mate. I mean, I'm actually in Somerset.
No, you said you moved to this country.
Oh no, I was born in Madeira.
Portugal.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I came from Portugal to the UK. Yeah, I actually moved to Leicestershire. That's where I moved to first of all. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Somerset are you now?
Sorry. I'm in a little town called Bridgewater near Taunton.
My nan lived in Taunton. My uncle used to live in Bridgewater. Yes, I know it quite well.
Ah, okay.
You saying you're half Irish?
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah.
Brendan, obviously, is a bit of a giveaway.
My pasty skin and my freckles is mine. I used to have a bit of a ginger beard, but it's all going grey now.
You've got exactly the same colouring on your growth as I have when I grow mine. Exactly the same.
Yeah, likewise.
It's all that chem spraying, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's. Do you know, I haven't looked into that properly yet. I mean, I've been looking. I've had a little look and trying to see the validity of it. I mean, what's your guys' take on it? Are you buying it? Are you not? Are you sold on it or what?
Just before I say it, Rory, have you seen Lawrence Lawrence's one on the chemtrails.
Lawrence
You know,
Wright.
from yeah, he did one on the chemtrails. And he basically debunked it and said it was all load of rubbish.
Yeah, I saw that
Have you
video.
seen that one?
Yeah, I saw that video. I had a bit of falling out with Lawrence, funny enough.
Yeah.
I know what's
You're
the matter
such a
with me.
rebel, Rory.
I don't know what
Lawrence
it
says,
is.
or Harry says it.
Oh, I struggle with them. Anyway, that's, you know, they are. He's harmless. So, but chemtrails, yeah, I'm totally convinced that they are spraying. I've seen, there are videos out there. In fact, who's that woman?
Madison Star Moon.
Madison Star Moon, absolute hero.
Just from her phone calls she makes, oh my God, that makes my mouth drop and a chill run down my spine. Some of the things that people say to her and the questions she asks, oh my goodness, you know, there's something going on. I don't know what it is. I can't swear to them being chemicals or anything like that, but
No,
I've
all
seen, you know, there seems to be a lot of ill children around. And there's a lot of talk about autism and stuff, and
I know there's a combination of
at all.
I know there's a combination of things in the last, I suppose, 30 odd years, pharmaceutical, the chemtrails and all the rest of it. And if you look at actually autism and all the things that are seem to be out to not even, yeah, even Tourette's wasn't. I'd never ever knew anyone that had Tourette's or anything like that when I was younger. Cancers, I don't even remember as a kid people having cancer. I'm not saying they wasn't there, but what I'm saying is because of the environment, because of the food, because of it all combined together, it's out of control, the illnesses, but it works for them because the pharmaceutical companies are making absolute bucket loads out of it. So there's obviously some agenda going on. Obviously, it's hard to be precise and show absolute proof or facts, but common sense tells you that. You know, 100 years ago, they didn't have all these illnesses. You look at these tribes in the Amazon and that, they never had all these illnesses, and they still don't.
Have you heard that one? Like, so back in the war, say World War II, more people smoked and less people ate meat, and there was less cancer. And now it's vice versa. There are less people who smoke, more people who eat meat, and more cancer.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one before?
Yeah.
And that's all the propaganda.
Sorry, Bubbles, can't hear you.
Is my mic mute?
No, you're just very quiet.
Ah, okay. Wait a bit. Maybe if I approach the microphone.
That's a bit better.
Yeah. And then starts the propaganda against the smokers. If you smoke, you're gonna have a cancer. I make a long study about tobacco, and I know why I'm still smoking.
It never stood up to scrutiny, did it? Though it's the chemicals that are in the cigarettes that are hurting people and have done for a long time. It's the chemicals in the paper, the gum they use, and the filters. It's awful. What is it, fiberglass or something?
Yeah.
You know, after 40 years smoking, my lungs are so transparent as a glass.
Well, again, my nan died when she was 75, and she smoked up to 80 cigarettes a day. And yet her lungs were fine. She died of bowel cancer.
Well,
all them cigarettes for all those years and nothing. And she probably smoked since she was about 12, 14, something like that.
Yeah. When you smoke, it makes into your lung something that looks like Teflon.
Oh yeah.
Where nothing can be attached. So once you make it, you expose the strange things that comes into your lung.
Yeah.
And nothing can go to glue and on it. It's impossible. There is. I made for 5 years long about tobacco in all the world, in all the civilization, to understand how it works. Smoking, it's right into your body. the salive. I don't know where. Then you make that. You have a humid mouth. So with the smoke, with the blood, once it comes into your lung, it prepares your lung to not accept an intrusion. No intruder can come in a smoker lung. There is no case of one smoker that has a lung cancer. It's absolutely impossible. Physiologically, it's impossible. Okay, a smoker can have another cancer, mouth, tongue, whatever, but lung, impossible. There is zero case.
Right.
Zero case. The pictures that they gonna put you some packets, your cigarette box or whatever. Sometimes you see someone with black lungs. No, it's not a smoker with lungs. It's impossible.
Yeah.
We got roughly the same fucking images here.
Yeah.
It's only lies.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's only lies.
Yeah.
Cancer come mostly from the food.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all the preservatives.
If you eat too acid, then you can develop your cancer. If you are mostly using some alkaline products, there is no problem. Once you eat too much acid things, the cancers get develops us into an acid environment.
Yeah.
So it's the pH level, yeah?
Yep, that's it. And once you, for myself, for example, I use now MMS more than 5 years now. MMS it's a very low sorry, so I'm still searching my words. Oxifier. It's a very it's not aggressive at all. If you look against oxygen is 1.3 volts. MMS or CDS is 0.92 volts. If you have ozone is 2.6. That burns everything. So the action of MMS into your body is because it's alkaline and very sweet one for your body. That's why it's also used everywhere and forbidden everywhere to use it because it's too good.
Well, right, listen, guys, I'm really sorry, but I've got to shoot off now.
Been nice to have you, Joe.
I'll catch you guys again very soon. And yeah, Rich, maybe like you say, if you're about on Monday, we'll definitely catch up then.
Yeah, I say I've got a day to myself Monday, so I'm definitely going to set up a hangout. Unless I'm dying or something.
All right. Like I said, I might even catch you guys later on Dale's channel or whatever, but we'll catch up soon.
Very much. Take it easy, mate.
Cheers, Phil. Cheers, Rich. Cheers, Rory.
Good to chat with you.
Bye, Joe. Bye, Joe.
Cheers.
I was just going to ask, so, do you think all these things we're all talking about with the MMS and the cannabis oil, do you think they're all like old lost knowledge that the witches and things had that the church got rid of? They're all just being found again? Because that's what I like to think. I think a lot of this stuff was known before. There was no labels for it, but it just over time and practice and alchemy and all that crap that people were scared of. This was all just part of it back then. And
well, I know
that was how people looked after each other.
I know that they were using cannabis in Egypt. I remember reading some time ago now, but they used the hemp
and coke
for making clothes and the same all around the world. That's the reality. It's been like thousands of years. These medicines, natural herbal medicines, have been around, and it's only in the modern era where it's been pushed to the back, and it's not. You shouldn't be taking this. The cannabis.
Not make money from them things, can you?
Well, exactly, because you can grow it. Cannabis. Well, I sent you a picture earlier of my little baby, and you can just grow it. There's your medicine. Free.
Same with Phil's MMS, making it yourself. It's and it's relatively inexpensive. I think in some ways, like what Joe was saying, we've got to somehow put all this sort of information together in a better way for people. Maybe not us ourselves personally, but inspire others to do it. Like people can come on to say you it has to be and find this information presented better. Does that make sense?
And why
Not that
all
we
the
do it
society,
badly.
and why all the societies like all the GMOs, Bayer, Monsanto are trying to put some patent on each plant they are existing on this world.
It's disgusting. Yeah, I can't believe they're doing it.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't understand how anyone says that they can own a plant. Like, it doesn't make sense. I know that's how they've tried to sell drugs to us, is as replication of what plants do, but
A synthesized.
they're keeping people sick so that they can't fight against it. You know what I mean? That makes sense, doesn't it?
You have to be sick. You have to be sick. You have to stay sick, and you have to spend the money that you don't have.
Yeah, and that's how people can't fight back.
That's the way the world's gone the last centuries. It's so stupid, and
I wonder, if hopefully we can change that, because again, it comes back to that fear again, and I think a lot of keeping people in fear is people are in fear of dying. Maybe if we can take that away from people, it will help things, and they won't be so dependent on the drugs. And it's not about minding dying; it's about not fearing it anymore, And that's where they've kept everyone, isn't it? Fear.
yeah, that's the world in which we live.
I talk too fast.
I'm still hearing you because I was reading because I'm working with two screens, so
Yeah, I don't know if it's here or up there. that one's got a delay on it. This one, it makes me look like I'm falling asleep.
sometimes my eyes go like that.
That's what mine go like when I'm doing editing on videos.
I really enjoyed it.
I have a visitor. Look at that.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
This is Zaza. Oh, Zaza. Oh.
We got a pet. Roy,
sorry, Rich.
Oh,
Say that again.
you got a dog?
I've got a black Labrador. Yeah.
I love those dogs.
Oh, she's so beautiful. She really is. And 2 rabbits.
My mum's last dog was black Labrador.
And some rabbits too.
2 rabbits.
Which kind of rabbit?
One's a long ear, big,
Oh yeah, that's
big
the
ears, and the other
French
one's
Bulldog.
just an ordinary black rabbit, I suppose. No special.
I try to translate Bélier into English. It's a nice phrase with a large mouth, so when you hear the off falling, so Bélier français is called in French. Bélier français.
Bellier.
Bélier. Yeah, Bélier, French Bélier.
Bellier.
Are you both lover of rabbit?
Well, eating it?
Either.
No.
Do you know? I'm a big fan of Watership Down. Are either of you familiar with it?
Of course.
There's a lot of analysis on YouTube about the reflection on society within that. So you've got the little group of people that are escaping, and they come across an oppressive society, and they don't want to join it. Obviously, they want a free society. To me, that's a lovely tale. No one ever sees it. Everyone talks about big weak fight and stuff, but
the translation of Bélier français in English, it's a French Arius.
French Arius.
Arius, yeah.
Arius.
It's also an astrological sign. From,
Aries.
Aries, yeah, Aries. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Cool. Oh yeah, I'm not sure.
I try to put this in the in our chat room.
Yeah, let's have a look.
cat. Okay. I got it. I got it. So French Aries.
Yes, if you say Aries, yeah.
Okay.
That's ears, is it?
With the long ears, though. They fall in the
Long
ground.
ears.
Sometimes they watch on. They step on.
Oh, I used to have a small albino rabbit. You know, the pure white, pink eyes. Used to have one of them.
I have only 7 cats. Meow. Because they are taking all the bad vibration the nocivie vibration that you can get. So the cat is therefore all the people that I know on YouTube or of Skype or whatever, everyone has at minimum 1 cat in the house.
I used to have.
Yeah.
My lady don't like pets.
She's
Well,
got
I would like
That's all she needs. Big hairy beast.
you.
The day that I move from house and when I find the garden, I will have 1 or 2 dogs too, because I love dogs. I love animals. So I'm an old bear. So
I love animals. Absolutely adore them. Horses, goats, whatever. I just like them.
Well, my lady actually she really likes the horses, but you know all the other animals. She's not a dog fan. She's not a cat fan. Or any of them. Fish are boring to her.
I think I did a video where I was down in Wales at my mate's place, and he's got loads of horses and loads of different animals, and he was quite surprised because when I walked into the field, all the animals come to me. I had the horse putting his head on my shoulder, the other horse come this side, little ponies come up to me. He said, "Never seen that before."
It's the relaxed attitude, isn't it? A lot of people, it gets that fear thing again.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it,
it's big horse.
it eats grass. It's not going to eat you. People just don't know.
I rode a racehorse once, actually, when I was about 15, I think I was. I blagged my way. These girls were exercising these racehorses, and you know, I was only young, chatting them up and all that. And my mate said to one of them, he rides. He actually does horse riding for a living. And she said, "Oh, would you want to have a go then?" I'd never been on a horse in my life. And so I said, "Yeah, of course," being stupid as I am. Got on the horse and it's gone.
You even made the sound then. That's cool.
the sound is off. Rory, we can't hear you anymore.
We heard the gallop, and then it all went quiet. Yeah, you've gone.
They are both gone. The old sending. I've also an amazing experience. It's not with the horse, but with a zebra. We were young in the animal park in Germany, and I jumped on the back for the zebra. I couldn't stay maybe 2 seconds, and after 5 meters he was running. I fall on my back.
The closest I got to horses, funnily enough, Rory, was Crystal Palace Park. Do you remember the little horse riding?
Yeah.
That's where I went on the horses.
You never done donkeys at the seaside?
Oh, maybe once when I was really small. Yeah. I got a picture of me at Blackpool with a snake. Python.
So we can't hear you, Rory.
Yeah, your sound's gone again. Oh no, he's back. No, he's gone again. You could try and plug it back in.
I think he's an ex-yo-yo player. You know, yo-yo player.
It's not coming up and down. There
Right.
you go.
See how it is.
Houston is back. Okay.
Can you
You
hear
heard
me
you
now?
galloping just now, and then you all went quiet.
Yeah, I've got thrown over the fence.
No, I've never fallen off any animals. I'm lucky.
Actually,
So-
Mitch,
Is there anyone else in chat? Is Time still there? Is it just us then?
I
Just
don't
us, I
know.
think.
I know she's gone. She's in private discussion on Skype now.
No, that's cool. Just I ain't gonna say hello to anyone, because I can't see anything
Maybe.
here.
no, it's
Maybe
just
she-
us.
The Musketeers.
The Three Musketeers.
All for one.
Yeah, do you
One
know?
call.
Again, the Three Musketeers is where I learned of the Jesuits,
Oh, really?
because that's where Aramis, he used to be a Jesuit priest. That was where I first heard of them, and it got my curiosity going. Even back then, I always wanted to know what they were. There's a lot in the those films with Oliver Reed and that. There's a lot of little Easter eggs and things hidden in them. I tell you, quite a few.
Oh, you're the old Easter eggs.
Yeah,
I love
with
those
medicines.
things.
With the medicines family, Italy. All kind of Renaissance when the
And
Jesuits
they're
started to rewrite the history.
Yeah, and again, I think that's ancient Easter egg hunting. If you want to go looking for it, you have to look for certain things. It's like a code, but the codes is the ones that you're supposed to find, whereas the Easter eggs are the ones that people are not supposed to find. Does that make sense? Although they do get found, obviously. But yeah, I think they're hidden in all the films we talk about, and the reasons why different for everyone. And I wish I knew, but yeah, there's loads of them out there. All the old films when the DVD started coming out, they was filled with Easter eggs, and they've been in there for a long time in all those artworks. A few times it pops up with pictures of UFOs in the old artwork, you know, things like that. If you look closely at them, that's what they are, you know, for other people to find later on. The Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, I've seen the one where they've got the 12 disciples sitting around the Last Supper, and you've got a UFO up in the sky, and they're pointing up at the UFO. And wasn't that painted by
You're talking about the Da Vinci one?
Da Vinci? Yeah.
Yeah.
He has one of two with that. But once again, since when have we some those testimony? Renaissance period, the 15th or 16th century. That's which this is the point where they rewrite all the history. Mandela effect. Second term.
Yeah. Talking of the Mandela effect, what's your feeling about that? Either of you.
It's not a new fact. The Mandela effect exists more than 6,000 years now.
Right.
When the Jewish people is arriving by the Sumerian.
Oh, okay.
When they start to read the tablets, and they say, "Oh, that's not good for us. We're gonna rechange that in our favor." It must be something good for us.
And do you think
What we
then
are
just
reading there is not good. I spoke about that last time with someone. There's a French journalist. He wrote a nice book over that. His name is Pierre Jovanovic. I don't know if his books are translated in English, but it's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to read.
So do you think it's then people are physically changing things, like the words and
if you understand that if you go to read all those ancient books and the history of about all those civilizations, there is something strange between what they said in those times and how do we you are reflecting the things now. There is something wrong there.
I do have an idea. It'll take a while. I don't know if I'll go in it today, but something we've all been speaking about recently. I caught in a book a little while ago, and the author's now dead. It's about you know, sometimes there's a problem with ancient civilizations just disappearing.
Yeah.
And although this fellow, he wrote a book, it was in the future, in space. It was about sections of galaxy-sized civilizations and why they disappeared. And it was all kind of spiritual, metaphysical, and they was all accepting that there was more after death, and so they all chose to die at once, type of thing. You understand? And it always made me think that he was trying to talk about what happened in the old days. Well, there is a lot of civilizations that do seem to have just vanished, you know, and they've left no trace and things like that. I do wonder if there's a realization of something, and I wonder. I've lost it now. I was going to say I wanted to tie the Mandela effect into it.
If the question maybe the question is, as our planet rebuilt each 1,500 years, that all those civilization disappeared, vanished.
It's just gone again.
And then it's a new start. You have to rebuild everything. That's why I'm very interested in what with the recentism schools are saying by the German, the French, mostly by the Russian one, by Fomenko. If you know the guy, Anatoly Fomenko.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yes. Okay, his work is really amazing to read, and I'm okay. I'm not agree with 100% what he said, but roughly 85, maybe 90%. I like the way he's thinking, and if you take the books as a historic value and a certain value, you have to go and watch who was the writer of the book and in which period he wrote the book. To understand, there is something false there. Because you have also the same facts, they are turning back each 5 or 10 generations with roughly the same names. If you take, for example, Jesus Christ and Julius Caesarius, if you make a count from the letters, Jules Caesar in French, for example, 5 letters. 5 letters, Caesar, 5 letters, Jules Caesar. And then you take Jesus Christ, it's 5 and 5. Same initials, GC.
Yeah.
If you look at 2 lives from those 2 guys, you can put it in one. So with which of the 2 was really existing, and the other one maybe is an estimate. Something imaginated. If you see that they are drawn roughly in the same village, because one letter is different. One letter you change, one letter you have the birthplace from Julius Caesar and the birthplace from Jesus Christ. One letter's change. They die both at 33 years old. There is some similarity, very strange there in the history.
There is, yeah.
Which is the wrong guy there between? So there is so many interesting things to go re-study.
You know, I've tried to say it a couple of times. A lot of the books I've read almost seem to have led me here, because one of my favourite authors is Con Eagledon, and he's wrote a whole series on Julius Caesar from his birth to his rise to power and his death, and it's a fabulous Roman fantasy story, yeah. And again, I think that these authors, they put Easter eggs in there, which, you know, the truth Easter eggs, and I think it's amazing. I was listening to Leslie talk about this last night, and I'm just like, how do I know all this stuff? And I know all this stuff because of these books I've been reading over the years.
Take a
I'm
seat.
reading one right now about Vespasian by an author, Simon Scarrow. And although it's not about him and around him, it's about his rise to power. And it's incredible that I'm reading all these books that people are talking about. You know?
Just one visible fact: the building, the Romans building, they looks like new for some.
Yeah.
And normally they have more than 2,000 years? No, impossible. That's only completely
History is definitely not all there. Yeah, history.
They had maybe more, roughly 900 of 1,000 years more in our history. There is a gap. There is a black hole in history. So the Middle Age, the Romanian people, they could build amazing houses, and then for 1,000 years you can only make some houses in wood. We have a problem.
Do you think?
We have a problem.
Do you think 1066 only happened sort of 300 years ago?
Follows the Russian Recentism school. Jesus Christ or Caesar is born in 1253, I think.
See, if 1066 was 300 years ago, that makes it about 1,300 years. And then there's your missing 700 years of history.
We can't give a value on that information because it's too far in the past.
Who knows anymore? Yeah.
So that's why they use the Mandela effect to renew your memory all the time. You have your beliefs are wrong. This is the new belief that you have to believe.
Yeah.
That's why they put some Mandela effect everywhere, constantly. You can't have a strong souvenir from the past. Yeah, all the time. It's they put that you have to reconsider what you knew.
You know, I always wonder why they don't want us to get to know and remember our grandparents and their stories. They seem to want you to forget as soon as possible everything your parents knew, everything, and just reject it all, and to come along and give you a whole new story. But it's not a new story; it's just a new package.
It's reversed. That's
Yeah,
the guy. There was an American guy who puts a video on YouTube with the Mandela, over the Mandela effect, with the assassination in '63 from John F. Kennedy. He said, in my remember, there were 6 people in the car. There was only 4 seats, 4 seats, 4 people. And you see some other pictures, 6 seats with 6 people. So there is something very strange there. And my great mother, because the guy is maybe 25 years old now, so he couldn't remember that. But at school, you have to learn the history. It is American guy, so you have to learn the history from each president and blah blah blah. And he say it doesn't with my remember. And he asked to his grandma to send him the pictures from the paper, the newspapers from '63. Where you can see how many seats there really were in that car. And if you go to the museum today, you have a special museum over the assassination of Kennedy. Houston, there is a big problem. That's the real effect.
Do you know Red Dwarf, Bubbles?
No.
It's a TV sitcom based in space, and they did an episode about JFK, and the 4 friends caused the whole event by warping through time in different places and different things, and it's very, very funny. It's a very cool series.
Is that
I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Also a video where you see Jackie shutting his husband?
Yeah, I have seen that one, yeah. To make of any of it, I mean, who knows what's happened to the footage these days? It's been tampered with and edited, and I've looked at that one for a long time.
No, mostly if you know now what we are capable to do with some CGIs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
all images
incredible.
To make it like they are real, but it's all fabricated. So
could be.
It's true, they're in the middle.
And for us, it could be reasonably old technology. It could be 50 years old and we wouldn't know about it. And if it is, they can make things 50 years ago that look like they should be 50 years old when they're not. And that does make me think a lot. We do talk about them being advanced in technology and not telling people. So if that facial, you know, the George Bush and then the other chap and then he says what the George Bush says, if that's 50 years old, we could be watching absolute rubbish for forever.
Are they,
you know?
Are they time travelers?
I don't know about that one. I've always liked time travel.
That's another one. Good question.
Yeah.
Have you seen that photograph where I think it was something to do with one of Charlie Chaplin's films, and a guy's walking past with the mobile phone? Yeah.
It's a lady. It's a lady with a black hat.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 of them where people appear to be on phones. There's one where a he's got sunglasses, a leather jacket, t-shirt, crowd. That's another good one. There's a lot of them out there. Did you hear? There was it John Titus? Did you hear about that story a few years floating around on the internet? He was about a time traveller. That was very bizarre. And that was where I found out about all these pictures and things like that. I think I was looking at.
Yeah, and also
John Titus.
Another guy, they makes a nice video of all the celebrities, Michael Jackson and whatever. And you see that Michael Jackson, his face is just like the face from Ramses II. And other stuff.
Yeah, I know. Loads of symbolism in Mr. Jackson videos. Even that Moonwalker. Do you remember Moonwalker? If you watch that now, you'll see a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you see also some videos, some Michael Jackson spectacle shows where you are dancers around him. But there are holograms.
Yeah,
they're not real dancers. They're only holograms around him.
Well, they did that with Elvis Presley, didn't they? They did a hologram release where they did a song he had done but hadn't been released, and they released it with him singing it as a hologram. I'm pretty sure it was that, something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the song. But...
You know, we bought tickets to see Michael Jackson, and then he died that year. Believe it. All the time, so I was like, no offense, Michael.
We have a new visitor, Jan. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jan. Are you a subscriber or just a passer through?
No, I think he's a subscriber. It's not the first time I've seen him.
Rory knows it, Jan, don't you? Jan?
I'm just having a look now. Are you a subscriber? Oh, Jan. Yeah. Subscribe to me, I believe.
I think I've heard you mention her before. In my couple of videos.
I'm just having a look now.
So welcome.
Oh, heb je gehad?
I don't think so, my dear. No more carrots. It's a Rory's rabbit. They eat them. I'm sorry if sometimes I make some jokes.
You make quite a few jokes, don't you? I like your sense of humour.
I have to say, I used to make more than I do now, but I don't know what to practice it.
Sometimes you have some people that are coming for the first time. You have to hear what this guy is saying, and they are offended that the way we are cool people. We can make some jokes. Okay, we speak about serious facts, but are we serious
Have a
people?
laugh. You must.
Are we really serious people? I don't think so.
No.
Do I look serious?
I do like to talk about serious topics, but I'm not, as a rule, that serious. If you come and talk to me for 10 minutes, you'll know I like a laugh and a joke.
And mostly when the people say that they comes on my channel to see when I was groomed as a godfather. You know, my black sunglasses and that.
Another book, an amazing book with some amazing Easter eggs in it. I'll tell you, if you read it properly and you read it between the lines, you'll learn a lot. And once upon a time, I'd have said the world ain't like that, no way. But now, once you see it, you're like, oh my goodness, it's like the truth in plain sight. It's a very scary book in some ways, very cool. Even down to plastic surgery and things like that, and sex, the nature of sex, and why it is the way it is at the minute.
After that, try to catch a joke with that. Impossible. He's not a serious guy. Open-minded people. That's what we are. We're open-minded, and that's it. We have.
And that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we can be serious when we have to be serious. But
we was talking earlier about the comments and about the sizes of our channels, and for me again, I've never wanted to come on and have thousands of subscribers, but I did think there was going to be a few dozen open-minded people that would come and talk to me, and it just didn't seem to happen. And I don't know if it's, I said it, I think people are stopping other people's videos from getting out there, because every now and then I come across some really cool people and I think, have they been here for 5 months and I haven't heard of them? That Beck Hay, she's been around for a few months now, and she's an amazing girl, and yet her videos are not, she's got a few more views than me, but not many. I do think they don't want us to. That's why I'm going to do it more.
Yes, good. Yes, because I could feel you was going through a little dark.
Yeah, I was
thinking,
very down with it,
you know, is it worth me doing this anymore, sort of thing. And
no offense to you two, but you two were the only people that were talking to me. Absolutely no one spoke to me for about 4 or 5 weeks, and I didn't make a video for 2 weeks and no one even mentioned it, and it just felt like if I'd have disappeared, no one would have ever noticed. When I spoke to my lady about it, she said, you know, maybe that's just, they're trying to make you feel like that. And then I was just like, all right, I'll keep going for a while and see how it goes.
I was also away for maybe 4 or 5 weeks from YouTube because it was too much. I had to make a short when it's too much, it's too much. I have to take some vacation.
And it's tiring if you're doing this stuff all the time. If you're researching all the time, you know, I was saying to Richard, I'm not the best at focusing and reading and all the rest of it. But when I'm on YouTube, I can visually understand things a lot easier when it's visual for me. I've always been that way.
I've got a feeling that that's one of the oldest languages, was visually talking to people. You understand? And it was using signs and signals and illustrating your point rather than using words. I have to go for 1 second. My lady looks hot.
Hello.
Hello. What was the song again? Hello, it's me. Oh, put your mic on.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, this is Rory. And
Hi, Rory.
This is Phil.
Hello.
Hi, Phil. You're right.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good
gonna
to
have
have
to
a
nick
little
you because I'm going out soon.
party.
Sorry.
Is it a party?
It's a girly drink.
Hey,
But I'm not drinking. I'm driving.
Let's me try a song. You are so beautiful.
I
Oh,
don't know about that.
She is to me.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm going to run. Bye.
Take care.
Bye. Nice to meet you, Rory. Nice to meet you.
Phil.
Nice to meet you, Phil. See you later.
have a good time.
I will.
I'm just going to go and say goodbye,
All right, Richard.
and then I'll come back. I'll have to shut it down in a minute, though, all right?
Yep, that's cool.
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes and I'll be back.
We'll meet again.
Yeah, we have to do a singing hangout sometimes. I try to do something mostly for the French speakers. I've been contacted by a lot of musicians. I don't know why, and they send me some tracks with sounds Can be drums, can be guitar, and I've been to collect it, everything. And once we're gonna make a live show where we're gonna put all those tracks one up the other one, and to get the music.
That would be yeah.
Flat earther music.
I did one music video with my daughters.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for it now. I've got it somewhere. Which one was that? That was really good fun doing. It was really good. It was unexpected. It was just off the cuff. The girls come in and we started playing. Give me 1 second. I might be able to find it.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. No, that's very funny to do that, and I'm so amazed when I see all those people coming to me. I don't know why. Really, I don't know why. How they comes to me.
I think I found it. Right, let me. I will play it. I'll take if I. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah.
Right. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on.
Could I find it? Could I find that on your?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll leave a link in the chat. Is the best way. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Is this your singing?
Don't
Sorry.
take him off, Richard.
It was so loud.
I said to my lady the other day, I feel like one of those old people with a telephone. Hello, I'm in the library. I'll try and remember to keep it down a little bit.
So I was just telling to Rory that I'm contacted the last month by musicians. And they come from everywhere, Switzerland, France. I have also some African people. They come to me, and I try. I have a project to make a live hangout with all those musicians, and they send me some soundtracks. Can be drums, can be guitar, whatever. And once when I collected enough stuff, I'm gonna propose to make a live show with those guys. And presented their music and the project of flat earth music. So I try to make you a small screen sharing when it will open, because I have too many windows open, and that's maybe it took.
That sounds like a really good idea.
I have a refuel. I have a refuel action. Wait a minute.
It's in. I've put it on the link into the chat box.
Okay. Oh yes, we have it. Thank you, Rory.
Now you're witnessing
bottles. This one, so as you recognize the bottle, this is not CDS. This is real whiskey.
I recognise the bottle.
Yeah. Last drop. I have to suck it.
And you reused the bottles, yeah, I assume?
Yeah, that's American bubbles.
So I make some publicity. Pepsi, it's better than Coke.
Il y a sa femme qui les a fait un petit coucou. Elle est
ah ouais, j'ai entendu, ouais.
Elle est très mignonne. So, I was talking about my screen sharing. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Okay. I'm sorry. By the way, cheers, guys.
Cheers as well. I've had a lovely time again. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been really nice.
I love it. I really enjoy it.
We brothers.
I just like the relaxed atmosphere. It's very cool.
Okay. I try to share my screen. If I can do that easily. Yep, I got it. So that's the way how I prepare my hangouts. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so that's my YouTube channel. So you see, that's my channel, and this is where I prepare my events.
Oh yeah.
So I've run also program for this Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon for the French speakers. It's 12 o'clock for UK. Then I have another one prepared for maybe the end of March or whatever. And here I have one. It's Flat Heard Soundtracks Project 1.0. And with that thing, I receive a lot of soundtracks from my friends. How can I say that? It's incredible how the ways are taking part of that. There is a Swiss guy, he plays drums, he plays guitar, he sings, he makes some rap music, he makes some reggae music. I have another one, it's a black guy, he's living in France, he's also a rap guy and a reggae minded. I have some guitarist, French guys, Canadian, and let you. Well, that's a bit That's a bit too loud. But you have to know that guy is how the way the guys play guitar. I'm gonna put the link into the chat room, in both chat rooms. I have to stop my sharing. Arrêtez le partage. Yep. So I know few guys that are in the music and they come to me. A guy from Ivory Coast, mostly based on the African music, starting in the early 80s, based on the music from Congo. Because the Congo music sounds goes on a line just up the equator. And every one of those countries are taking the same roots of that music, coming out from Congo. It's absolutely beautiful.
That's very cool.
Yeah, very, very, very cool. I try to catch his
Because you quite like the guitarist, Rory. That Rune Spencer fella you like? He's very cool.
Oh, Rune. Yeah.
I really enjoy listening to his music.
Hey, he's such a lovely guitar player.
He puts one out quite a few, doesn't he? Like every other day he's got another little one up.
Today I think I received yesterday four different ones he's done.
I'll get like so many videos in my feed these days. I subscribe to a lot of people, but yeah, there's a few of those that I like. That Rooney's very cool. Hold on, someone's at the door. I've got to go.
The guys that I going to give you the name, it's a French guy, and you have to listen that song. Hey, what the fuck is that? The Williams. Is also turned on Flat Earth and everything, Vedic things and.
All right.
I make on my channel a tribute of a rant, so you use to that guy because he's really amazing. How he plays, wow, really wow.
I just love watching someone that's so talented, just so fluid when they do stuff.
And those people are unknown.
A lot of them, yeah, a lot of them.
It's very. It's really on a private way how they do music, but they're so talented. It's
that false paradigm that was told to everyone, wasn't it? That there can only be one superstar at a time, and it's not true. There are many talented people out there, and they're uncelebrated, aren't they?
And you could understand how these people is not in the soundtracks. You know, in the backs when you go to your music center to buy a new CD or whatever, you can find that guy, and wow, it's a. I try to let you hear one of my favorites. It's called. Wait a minute. Come on. Morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. It's called in French is Aurora.
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 Are we gonna try and play Rory's video as well, or was you just passing it over for him to look at?
Entirely up to you if you want to hear it. You can.
Listen to that. Listen to that, please. I don't know if you can hear that.
Heard that bit. I heard that bit.
I go a bit back to start of the music. Okay, it lags too much. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy the link.
Yeah, put the link in the chat, and I'll go there before I shut it down. And then excuse me. And then put Rory's video on in a moment, and then I'll close it out after that.
Okay.
I like a bit of music in my videos.
Okay. Well. Okay.
That's such a pucker noise.
No, I stopped the video. That's one of my favorite. And I have some Belgian friends as well. They play really nicely guitar and whatever.
I used to play.
Sorry.
I used to play the piano as a young boy, but I haven't played anything as an adult.
I played also piano when I was very young, because my parents they were all the time in Africa, searching after diamonds are forever. If you remember what I said last time, and they make some prospection to find some new files of diamonds, and when they came back, they bring a lot of sculpture, African sculpture, tam-tam, tamborino, and whatever. My house in Antwerp was just like Africa Museum.
Really?
And we had a piano. And we know when you can't play piano, you open the thing, blang, bling, blong, bling, blong, blong. And once my mother comes in, bah, he closed the piano, say, if you want to play music, go to the solfège, learning music. It's okay. Then, many years later, I was maybe 22, 23. I tried to start to learn solfège. I really will play piano. And after 2 months, I don't see a key of a piano. It was only theory, not practice. So okay, it makes me too nervous, and I run away from that. And when I make my 30, Yeah, when I was 30 years old, my second wife offered me a nice keyboard. Wow, what a
Thank you.
and I start to play again piano in that time at home. But my first years of in the work world, I was working in hotellery. Know that in each big hotels you have piano everywhere. And at in the evening when I was finished my job, my job, before going 2 hours, I played 2 hours piano, trying to reproducing all the things that I could hear into the day. They were in close into my memory, and I played so piano without knowing the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I've been to some of the best players in the world. Myself like that.
yeah, and I could replicate what I was hearing, or what I had hearing. With
That's how I do it on the keyboard.
less percentage of false notes. Just I said once to you're gonna see this amazing woman in the next days. She's called Geraldine Hunt. It's a disco star from the years 70s and 80s, an American woman. Beautiful. And I sing to her.
I am sorry. I'm gonna have to say goodbye. We'll keep our ears open for Geraldine.
And I was
Definitely.
talking to her. In me, I got the music in me. I got the music in me. Another question
Yes.
from her was, how do you speak Italian? And say, because I love opera. Mostly Italian opera. My wife, she needs some help. Oh, okay, well, she's joking. No,
But it's been fun.
Yeah, and also with I was
Bye.
My family. The wife's going out, and I've got to get off now.
and so okay.
It's a shame. I'd like to stick around, but definitely be here on Monday.
I've been busy in my own hangout in the afternoon between 12 for you UK time, 12 o'clock, and maybe 15.
Send me a link, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to, but I'll try and join. Just even just to listen.
You are a subscriber. If you're gonna watch on my
homepage,
it's announced. It's already
Yeah.
announced.
I think I need to put that little bell thing on your channel, Phil. I know I've done it for Rory. I think I've got to do it for you. I always forget. There's a few people I need to go and press that bell, to get the reminders. As I said, I think it fills up with everyone else's rubbish.
You have to come to Skype once.
I will learn to do it very soon. Yeah, I will learn to do it.
It's very easy. You're gonna see just one click, and you don't have to open a window. Blah blah blah. No. It's going very very fast, and it's so easy to use.
Yeah, we'll try that then.
How many people I have in my Skype? I have a very long list, longer than my arm.
Well,
and I didn't make a canal for the people. They know what that means. A canal. That's French jokes.
écoutez.
You gonna try to speak some French words?
No.
No, at all. Okay.
Parlez-vous français? Moi, non.
One step after the other one. So
Yeah.
slowly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
But I hear that you could speak German too.
Again, just little bits I've picked up. Nothing of a sentence. I couldn't put a sentence together.
Well, for me it's easy because my wife she's German, so. But we never speaks in German.
Always French.
At 95%, yeah. 5% German maybe, maximum. On parle 5% allemand ici. Ich spreche nur 5% Deutsch. Ja? Kann auch sein, dass es ein bisschen weniger. Okay, maybe 3 or 2% German.
Yeah.
All the rest is in French.
Well,
That
it's
is-
been a real pleasure again today. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, for me too. It's
And-
always an amazing moment between friends
Yes, yes,
and brothers.
and from the heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Open-minded people are open-heart people too.
Yes,
And once your mind get open, your heart is following, and both is going in both directions.
I agree.
I forgot to listen to what my head said, because my ego is the master, but he can't give an order to my heart. So he has to follow what my heart will. And what's my heart say? So shut up, you.
Absolutely, yeah. Go away, ego. Go.
leave me alone.
Au revoir, au revoir. Get off. Has he come
That's
back?
amazing. Yeah. Hello. So, do you live in which side of England here are you living?
I am near Brighton in the UK,
Oh, Brighton. Okay, I see where it is. Yeah, okay.
and Richard's further towards London.
Yeah. We neighbors.
Yes, yes.
We neighbors. I'm living from maybe to the Belgian coast is roughly 240 kilometers. Then we have the Channel. We have to pass and swim over the Channel. Maybe 4 kilometers, 50 kilometers to arrive in London. So that's maximum 300 kilometers from here in London. And then to Brighton or to your place is not so far.
It's not that far.
No.
It's a shame I wasn't into Flat Earth when I was playing golf and playing in Europe.
I heard a story in Holland.
Such a professional I was.
What was your ranking?
My handicap or actual ranking?
Your handicap, yeah.
My handicap was 4.
Wow, no bad. My handicap was 24.
You're a bandit.
No, I'm an occasional player. So, but it's a nice sport. If you can consider that as a sport, for me it's a way to get your mind free.
I was saying to
It's
Richard,
like-
that was the best bit, was I was in beautiful countryside, beautiful places, and I was allowed in places where a lot of people wasn't allowed to go, which was,
That's maybe one of the reasons that I play so long time with chess. I was a chess player, because when you are enclosed in a party, in a game, chess game, you can think of nothing else than there. So you forget all the world. It can be war, or it can be raining, snowing, or burning.
I love chess.
Whatever.
Absolutely
Go-
love chess.
Me too.
When I was a kid, I used to like drafts and checkers as well. I was very good at it.
Avec Paul, heb ik bijzonder fan.
Drafts.
Yeah, checkers, drafts. You know that one?
Black and white.
How do you call that?
It was the Freemasons board.
Yeah.
Othello. You know Othello? When you have the pawns, so you have one side black and one side white, and you have to put it on the end, and you have to encircle the pawns from the other one, and then you can turn it into your color. Othello, it means.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Nothing to make with opera. Othello.
Listen, guys, it's been really nice, but I'm going to have to go. I have to sort dinner out, and the boys want to come and use the front room.
Fair enough.
That's been really nice.
And by the way, the second one was even better than the first one. Thank you for the invitation, guys.
You're more than welcome. And
Yeah,
there's
thank you very
loads
much.
I'd really like to talk to both of you about. You know, we just touched on a lot of stuff again, but
Yeah, and
there are
also,
sometimes I not get into some of these subjects.
I have a table call in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna smoke the last one with you if you want. And so Rory, do you see that our friend Richard being a hangout addict?
Yeah, I think he's getting the bug.
If I had the time, I'd have been on here before this. I really would have done.
Welcome in the crazy family of hangouters.
Hangouters, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I am enjoying it. I'm going to be here on Monday. I'll be here all day Monday.
I will probably
set
join
myself
you,
up and I'll-
Richard.
You're more
I
than
think
welcome.
that
You guys again.
that you were also relaxed than what that I was when I launched my first hangout. What's happened? What's gonna happen? No stress. Let it go.
Yeah, don't worry too much. Yeah, that was my problem a couple months ago. Again, just thinking about it too much, worrying about it too much, and
Self-conscious about it all, and
yeah, very much so, very much so. And then, like I said, the more I do this, the less self-conscious I become. So I will just keep doing it. And it seems to be easier the longer I'm on here. You know, like, rather than just doing it for an hour. If I'm here all the time,
you're a natural,
better.
Richard.
Yeah.
I don't have the natural at talking to people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we are normal people.
I thank both my dads for that. They're both very outgoing and friendly guys. They always were. Yeah. Not my mum. I do get a bit of my reticence from my mum. I can be very quiet sometimes.
Don't speak
So
about
that's what it is.
family here in this room. It's forbidden. Don't speak.
It'll cause a war.
Yeah.
All my family are thinking that I'm a crazy guy.
Oh, they know.
Might have thought that for a long time now.
Really? My son, my brother, is not a normal guy.
That's what I said. I look at the UFOs. They look at me and they're, oh, what?
I'm in orbit. And, they have a false interpretation with an ET. You have the extraterrestrial, and I'm a TE. I'm a Terrian extra. So that's all we are.
Terrian extra.
We are extra.
That's cool.
Right, Richard.
Yeah, it has been fun, guys.
Speak to you soon, my brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort dinner out, and then if Dell's on, I might see you guys in the chat over there.
Okay, mate.
So you didn't cooking tonight?
Yeah, it's only fish and chips, but yeah, I'm back on it.
Ah, okay. My wife is cooking tonight, so no videos.
Mine's gone out on a piece, isn't it?
Right,
Guys, I'm going to press stop.
Okay, brother.
Phil.
Much love. Thank you for the
Peace,
invitation.
love.
Hope you
Yeah.
and a nice evening, a nice dinner as well. Okay, for you it's done. Okay.
Take care, guys.
And you. Speak soon, everyone.
Real.
Enjoy my video.
Yeah.
Oh, you're meant to put it on.
Directly.
That's all right. And
Yeah.
he can enjoy it in his own time.
Much
Okay,
love, guys.
Rory, Richard, big kisses from Belgium. Oh, I have no my braces tonight. Oh, sorry.